Day 15, designing a custom Lego set for my dad. This set I'm designing is this, house you can see here is my childhood home. For those of you new here, these are our channel rules. We got 20-minute video every day, no editing, and show some progress on this build. So let's see. Yesterday we were working on this courtyard, and we're still working on it. We're still trying to get. Oh, that doesn't like. We're still trying to get this courtyard filled out. I guess for reference, in case you didn't watch yesterday's video yet, we're doing this courtyard. Here it is. So this is what we're working on right now. So if I were to orient this the way it's shown in this picture, we would need to like zoom way in here, come down here, come to the wall. Where am I? That is so hard actually to get in the right spot there. But basically we'd have to be looking this way towards the door. You can see there's that door, right? There's the patio covering. If I come back to this model, we've got the patio covering here. So yeah, maybe this is better. You can see door, door, door with the patio across all three. Here we got door, 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 patio across all three. And then we've got this middle circle with the greenery and the fountain in the middle. And so that's what we left on yesterday, is working on this fountain. We also need to fill in this little thing here. I need some better techniques for the greenery. I've limited it to these right now because as far as I know, these are like more of the older style. Maybe it's just what I had grown up, but as far as I remember, like I thought these were the old style ones. So that's why I've been going with them. If someone told me wrong, and the reason I've been trying to do that is because I'm trying to stick with the 80s vibe, right? Like I want this to feel like a set from my dad's youth. But I did want to talk to y'all about that. So I've been kind of this whole journey, been going back and forth between, do I make it feel like it was a set from my dad's day, from the 80s, or do I use some of the more modern build techniques that could look cooler, would be kind of I think, a better model, right? Because he's going to do this as like a set it up, like, oh, I didn't have my timer on screen. We're in 3 minutes. But yeah, is he gonna? I mean, he's gonna set it up. That's how he like does them nowadays, right? That's how he does Legos nowadays. So, like, builds Lego, cars and stuff, and just puts them on a shelf. So it's like, do I do that? It's not necessarily true to the spirit of the 80s Lego sets, but he's not a kid anymore. So it's like, that's what he would enjoy probably more than like a set that feels like it's meant to be played with, So I don't know. But one of the cool things that would open this up for is then I could do the Lego architecture style base, right? Like all black base. And then I have a clear spot to end. Because I am starting to run into that where it's like this. I think it made sense through the wall in the courtyard, right? Because you got a wall here that really matches the house. But then it's like, does this path just end right there? What about, like, we've got paths up in front here. Like, do I have a good, you can kind of see in this pic. But it's like, you've got this path that comes, here's that wall in that front courtyard. The other part of the wall is hidden under the tree. But then it's like, do I do all this greenery up front? Do I do these paths that walk? But then where do I end it? And then the big question for me too is like, what about this driveway? Like, do I just leave the driveway out? But then it like feels kind of funky that then there's this gap here, right? Like there's just a hole in it. So then do I just do the part of it to make this a full rectangle? But then how do I make that feel finished off? And I think the way I do that is by, making it feel Lego architecture style, like this, right? Like basically do the grounds and stuff as much as makes this rectangle or a rectangle. So I'd probably like come out to there, come down, come over, and then back up, and then I do the black base to really finish it all off. Maybe do a plaque or something kind of like they do. Not a plaque, but you know what I mean, right? And I think that would do well for like the way he displayed Lego. So I don't know. I kind of think that's the way to go. It's kind of a departure from the like 80s set vibes, but I think it might be the right move. And if I do that, then it opens me up to like just go ham on vegetation, like use any and every piece, right? No more limits on there. No more trying to keep it simple to make it feel more 80s. Um, I kind of think that might be the way to go. So let me know what y'all think. And we can do that. The only other thing, oh, I don't know where that went. Okay, with that out of the way, work on this flower bed. I mean, I'll work on this fountain most of this because I think this flower bed can be pretty simple. But I did want to call out um, this flower bed because I've got a fun story growing up on it. So we had cats growing up, but they were, I think I've talked about Garfield on a previous video, my favorite cat, but we never, like, they weren't cats we bought, right? I don't know how many people actually buy cats, but like, you usually rescue them or whatever. But for us, they just walked up, like lived in a little bit more rural-y. Like I'd call it rural suburbia, like it was suburbia for sure. And you can kind of see from the pics. Um, let's see if I can find some good overview pics. Yeah, here you go. Like that's rural suburbia, right? Like it's definitely just neighborhood houses, nothing crazy. Um, but then you also everyone's got an acre or two. Like these pastures or these over here, these were horse pastures. So like you always had horses running around. Um, you had all of us five rabid boys and one girl running around back here. But and feeding apples and stuff from our trees to the horses over here. And lady across the way, she had horses too, and they had. I mean, everyone had dirt bikes. This is the freeway going through that kind of cut the neighborhood in half, but then there is like a riverbed on that side to ride dirt bikes in. So very much like rural suburbia, right? Like not rural because you still had like a fair density of houses, but just like the culture was more like that. Um, and so you just had a lot of room for animals to walk up, So we got several cats that did that throughout the years. But there was one that rolled up and kind of just adopted us. We started feeding her and she just started hanging out on our patios. They were always outdoor cats, right? So they'd like catch the mice and rodents and stuff and snakes too and kill them and eat them. So that was nice. We kept them around because we always had chickens. So that was a good, sorry, just getting this pick back here. Back here we had chickens. So it was always nice having those cats to keep all the rodents and everything, or the snakes and other animals under control, and gophers too. Um, but they definitely, but there was one in particular, Mittens. She had, as you might expect, white paws, hence the name. And she like walked up to us without warning, stuck around, was our cat for a while, and then she got pregnant somehow. I mean, she's outside all the time, and there was cats just wandering in the neighborhood, so it's no mystery there. But when she like gave birth to these cats, and actually I'm gonna change the color of these to be brown. Um, she gave birth to these cats, these kittens, right? Um, one day, and it was Easter Sunday. Came home from church. My family, very religious growing up, um, and we came home from church, and they had Mittens was in this flower bed. She made a little spot for herself, and was just popping out kittens. I think the first one had gotten out, and she was just popping out some more of them. So like literally saw as she gave birth in this flower bed right here. We like walked in from the driveway, right, and then and saw her over there, and she just let us watch as she just like in that flower bed gave birth to four kittens. Um, ate their placenta, the whole thing animals do and stuff. So that was wild. Which thinking about that now, that's still the only birth I've ever seen. I've never even seen a video of like a human being born. So the only thing being born I've ever seen was Mittens giving birth in this little spot right there, in that flower bed. So that's kind of cool. Um, and then, yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of it for that story. It was just that flower bed. I think I'd like mentioned it and ran out of time like 2 days ago, and I totally forgot about it yesterday. Let's go. So I'm trying to figure out this thing there, right? So that fountain. So if I'm coming back here, this fountain in the middle, I want that to be a centerpiece, but I don't know how to do that. So like, what was this? The dome? Like I need like dome shaped pieces. Oh, like that's a good topper probably. Um, what about that? What is that? That could be good. Assume that's something that's like, huh? These like Star Wars pieces or something. That's such an interesting thing. Um, what colors does it have? Like nougat. I think that's valid. Yeah, that's a good color for it. That one doesn't have light nougat. Oh, that's kind of fun. Um, some mismatched pieces there. Um, oh, that's an interesting one. Might be well, might be good. Maybe I should just bring it out here first, build it up here, and then put it in. These are some like funky pieces though. Let's see. Let's move all this back back over here to the graveyard of ideas. The graveyard of broken dreams, I think you called it. Let's see. These can go over here. Okay, and now I've got some room to play. So I want it to really feel like this this fountain here. So we kind of have this bulb on the bottom, and then a smaller one in the middle, and fancy stuff in between. Honestly, I think I'm overcomplicating. Let's just go for those two, and let's see if we can like those two bowls of different sizes, and see if we can go from there. So like something like that. This is probably too big, huh? If I were to do 4 of these, that'd be like the whole size of the courtyard, right? Yeah, that's way too big. So really, it'd be what, two by two, and then 1 by 1 if we're really trying to make the top one smaller. Oh, hold up. Well, that might be too big. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, probably too big. I'm not sure how we do plants in there with this thing. Like we'd have to get it so high up, and that does take up. I don't know. We'll save it just in case, but it's probably too big. So yeah, like if we did that, we could do something like that, and then like that, maybe use an axle or something to connect them. Um, which that's really not bad. But let's keep looking. Maybe like this. Well, too big, but like flatter. I don't know. I kind of like the dimension of the other ones. Um, way too big. Oh no way. Fun little. What is that? Soda cup. Yeah. Hmm. Let's go. What would be another word for this? Like a dome. I guess too. I can just go with this. Or to just do that with this. Those have been clicked together. It looks like it. And then do a little something like that. And then maybe I just need a um, Technic connector. let's see. Yeah, like something like these. Like, what's the size on this thing look like? Yeah, like literally that. Like, does that do it? Um, I kind of think it does. We did. Hmm, guess that doesn't work. This one does, I think. I don't know. That's tough because I don't know what this piece is. So like, I don't know if in real life that actually works. Same with this. I don't know if those actually work the way they look like they do. You know. Um, well, this just show me just what are my available colors. Red. You tell me red's the only available color for all of them. What about tan? Like nougat seems to be a good one. Oh, this one it can be whatever. Yeah, let's make it gray. Well, I mean it'd be nice. Excuse me, it'd be nice if it was different, but I don't think I can put a full Technic piece in there, right? Let's see. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. I was gonna say then I could use the other ones that like they're it's like the half of this. Oh wait, they're right here. Uh, then I could use the slippery one of these that actually like without friction. Yeah, this one that actually comes in the tan or nougat or whatever. Yeah, nougat. But yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, does it go on there? Because we could have that gap. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I don't know. I think that looks kind of funky. Yeah. I mean, that's not my favorite. Mainly because the colors, right? Like, I wonder too, though, what if I were to put this one in there? Like, what's the connector on that? Is that like a bar size or is that like what is that? Oh, it is it? It is, right? Is that what that is? I think so. So yeah, if we just get a shorter bar, here it is. Oh, a bar might be the move on the top too, honestly. Is there a bar with a toe ball? Like a longer bar with a toe ball? No? Okay. Oh, for the antennas? Oh, I love these things back in the day, mainly because I didn't have enough, I didn't have enough, uh, oh, interesting. I didn't have enough lightsaber Legos. And so these were a good, um, replacement, you know? It did the job. Okay, why does it not like that? I thought that went through. Am I tripping? I could have sworn that went through. Just the dome. Um, maybe not. Okay. Well, I guess that's why I didn't do that. Um, okay. Well, we will skip that then. Okay. But yeah, I'm sure there's a piece for it, but I just don't know. Oh, minifigure heads actually would be a cool option. Like I know there's got to be something that works perfectly for what I'm looking for. And I just do not have the expertise for that. Oh, we're already done. See you tomorrow.